Senator Natasha has just openly accused the Nigerian judiciary and the federal government of practicing selective judgment on her case. She just opened up this morning accusing them of selective judgment, especially in politically sensitive cases. She said she can no longer hide it. Rather, she should make it open for the Nigerians and authorities to know what is actually happening in our judiciary. She lamented the inconsistencies in how justice is delivered, pointing out that some powerful individuals walk free while others are unfairly targeted. Of course, we have been following this very case of Natasha and Akpabio, and right now it is actually heading to exposure, because this is capable of exposing many things, the ills in our society, because it is now very, very open that her case on her own understanding and side is no longer fair. The treatment of this case is just likely to be selective, as she said. That what they should look at, what they should be talking with or dealing with is not what government is doing. Rather, they faced on what selective judgment, which she said is never good for our democracy. So according to her, the judiciary has become a tool in the hands of those in power, rather than an independent arm of government. This is what she said. Imagine. So she emphasized that her only offense was standing firmly to represent her people and speak the truth. Natasha stated that she has nothing to hide and has never abused her office or privilege. This woman is just bold enough to confront these very people, because every of her word is her bond, and she really means any of her word. So she questioned why the same urgency used to punish her wasn't applied in other high-profile corruption and abuse cases. That the way her case is being treated is not the way it's supposed to be. That they are only targeting her instead of handling the matter as it concerns another citizen. That she is the only one they are looking at why handling this very case in court of law. This is what she said. So the senator insisted that her suspension was politically motivated and lacked legal backing. She called on the public to be vigilant, as democracy is under threat when lawmakers are silenced. Natasha expressed confidence in divine justice, saying, "God is with me and my hands are clean." She vowed not to be intimidated or silenced. She reminded the Senate that power is temporal, but truth and justice endure. This is what she said. The senator also warned that the actions of the leadership are setting dangerous precedents for Nigeria's democracy. She urged civil society groups and Nigerians to rise in defense of democratic principles. According to her, no society can thrive where the rule of law is trampled for personal or political gain. Natasha concluded that she remains focused, hopeful, and determined to continue serving her people with dignity and courage. This is what she's saying. That she must continue fighting with dignity and for her people. That the voice of her people is really needed to be protected. All the women activists in Nigeria and women groups are saying many things in support of Natasha, accusing federal government of complexity in this very case. That they are not straight, that they are biased. They are doing it to favor the Senate president. That this is a case that involved two people, but one is actually being pushed to the wall. This is what they are saying. Senator Natasha has vowed to stand firm and stand on her ground, never to concede anything, even to negotiate with anyone. She's saying this boldly this morning. So right now we are going into the details to show you everything that Senator Natasha have actually said, and even her legal team headed by San. So right now, if you have never subscribed to this very channel, please kindly subscribe to this very channel for more updates on this and many more. We have all the updates, many updates to show you on what's actually happening within this case and other case, all the details, even the former Senate President Bukola Saraki, have also asked government to handle this case with what care, that it may ruin our democracy, that the way the case is really going is not actually the right way it's supposed to go, that the international community, that others and Nigerians are what's watching, that it may be used as a precedent. This is what Bukola Saraki warned. So right now, let's go into the details and show you what actually happened and what is happening. The lawmaker representing Kogi Central, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Odangan, on Monday launched a strong legal offensive against the federal government, describing the criminal defamation charges filed against her as a brazen act of political persecution. This is a political persecution, as a persecution and an exhibition of double standard by the federal government. In a preliminary objection seeking the dismissal of the six counts filed against her by the Attorney General of the Federation, the Kogi senator contended that while the federal government was quick to file charges against her based on the complaint of the Senate President Godswill Akpabio, the same government ignored her own earlier petitions. The same government ignored her own earlier petitions against Akpabio. Imagine that. So the charges filed under the Cybercrimes Prohibition Prevention Amendment Act 2024 were brought following petitions by Akpabio and ex-Kogi State Governor Yahaya Bello over remarks she allegedly made during a public address and a television interview. Her arraignment on June 20th drew national attention, with many oppositions figures alleging that the case was politically manipulated and motivated. Her legal team, led by 4 senior advocates of Nigeria, Professor Roland Otaro San, Dr. E. West Idahosa San, J.J. Osman San, and M.J. Numa San, argued that the charges were unconstitutional, frivolous, and designed to intimidate opposition voices. The defense further submitted SCBs showing that her comments fell within the ambit of public discourse and media commentary, noting that prosecuting her statements as crimes was inconsistent with what democratic norms. Her lawyers maintain that defamation matters are inherently civil in nature and that attempting to criminalize them constitutes intimidation, suppresses free speech, and what represents a misuse of what criminal justice system. Akpoti-Odangan also accused the authorities of what selective justice, alleging that while her petitions over threats to her life by the complainants were ignored, the same institutions hastily filed charges against her. The same people, someone who reported, accused some persons of trying to eliminate her. She submitted the petition against those people. They ignored it, and now when she made the statement open, they now stand on that one, filed case against her. Why? Is it not selective justice? This is apparent selective justice. So she contends that disparity represents a violation of her constitutional rights, particularly Section 42, and represents discriminatory prosecution because of my opposition political affiliation. So the charges center on her claim that Akpabio allegedly instructed Bello to have her killed in Kogi State, a statement she reportedly made at a public gathering in Ihima on 4th April 2025, and later repeated during a television interview. So prosecutors may say the remarks were false, malicious, and was capable of inciting violence, endangering lives, and was breaching public order. But her own case, when she reported that her life is being threatened, is not a case. They never hit to that. This is a pure selective justice, is it not? Everyone is just seeing it. Why is our judicial system working for the elites and fail to render the rightful justice is supposed to serve? It is very, very wrong, and clearly an impunity to our democratic principles, rule of law. So Natasha Akpoti-Odangan believed that God is her face for justice, not humanity, not human beings. Because what is actually happening in our judicial system have actually made her lose faith in our judicial system. It is very, that's a country like Nigeria, you cannot trust the judiciary, which is said to be the last hope of the common man. But it is no longer last hope of the common man. She earlier reported many threats to her life. They just gave it a deaf ear. But now, when she openly said that they are planning to kill her, they now picked it as an offense. That is a rape of justice. A rape of justice. So we are following this case up to see what will actually happen, because this alarm she raised is actually attracting personalities, speeches, and activists, throwing many weight on her own side right now. So we are watching closely to see what will actually happen. Just kindly subscribe to this version. If you have never subscribed, just kindly click on subscribe button so that you get more updates on this and many more. Thank you so much, and do have a lovely day.